everyone! Welcome to the channel dedicated to sharing the profound insights and wisdom of Andromedan contactee Alex Collier. If you're new here, you're in for a journey that expands your mind and consciousness, bringing you closer to understanding the messages from the fifth density Andromedan extraterrestrials. For those returning, we're grateful for your continued support. Before we dive into today's enlightening content, we have a small favor to ask. If you find value in the knowledge shared in this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us amplify Alex Collier's message, allowing us to reach a larger audience with these vital messages. We'd also love to hear from you, so please engage with the comments below. Whether it's a question, your thoughts, or even just an emoji for the sake of engagement, every comment counts. We read every single comment, and your feedback is incredibly valuable to us. Additionally, if you'd like to support us further, consider giving a super thanks tip by clicking the heart with the $sign. This small gesture allows us to continue bringing you more of Alex's messages, unfiltered and directly from his lifelong experiences with the Andromedans. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
How much personal intention is needed for healing with the quantum healing device? Does it work on its own or need personal input?
Well, Barbara, it works on its own because it's transmitting a band of different frequencies. Each of these frequencies work on certain areas of the body, and it rotates, and it's also updated with new frequencies as well, or alternate frequencies. Now, when one remembers that everything is color, light, and sound, and that all physicality is the result of intent, the intention to heal, to see yourself healed, is in fact more powerful than the actual devices themselves. I can remember once talking to Theseus and Mornay, and I talked about dark energy, or why is it that there's areas where there is nothing? Theseus's response to that was, and he didn't even have to think about it, those are just areas that have not been that have had no conscious intent. In other words, no one focused on those specific areas to create anything there. In other words, there was no intention focused on these areas, which is why there was nothing there, nothing at all. So, and they've talked, if you go back to the old notes, the original lectures, they talked a lot about intention, about how important it is, intent. Because that's where we create the mold of what it is that we want. Because we're intending. That's what we're telling the universe to create for us, is through intent. And emotion is the fuel to that intent. It's profound, the power that we have and that we hold at all times, even when we're not using it. Barbara, it's a great question. Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara has an amazing book called E.T. Hold on. I have it right here. Star Civilizations 101. Star Civilizations 101. It's outstanding. It's really, really good. I recommend that it be on your bookshelf. And hand it to the ones that are awakening for Christmas or for their birthday, or just because you love them. And there is a lot of information coming out and out there already. By the way, along those lines, Lady Henderson, Danny Henderson, is going to be streaming the GSIC conference in Orlando this year. So you won't have to travel. You'll be able to watch, I guess, 90% of it, 95% of it in the comfort of your own base. So you might want to go to the site, her site, GSIC. I think it's 2023, or just gsic.com, and find out about that. Because there are some incredible people there. Outside of, obviously, Dr. Sala, Elena Danan, but you have Jerry Wills. Guys, he's remarkable. And so many other speakers that are there. Brad Olson, Tony Rodriguez, Paul Willis, or Dan Willis. There's so many just absolutely remarkable people that are going to be there. It's going to be an extraordinary experience. It really is. And now you have an opportunity to see it without having to, the expense of having to travel. So please look into that, okay? It's important that we keep sharing this information because we have got to drown out the mainstream media. They're just liars. They're just liars. They're paid to lie to us. So, we all do the best we can.
I recently viewed and listened to David Icke about reincarnation is a trap. Your name was mentioned in the article. This is a huge revelation for me and others, I would think. Any insight on that? Wow, if we've been played like that. Can't wait for the answer on this one.
Okay, well, I'm not familiar with the article that you're making reference to, and I do not know what David said or what that revelation was other than it's a trap. And I do not know how my I do not know how my name was used. But I will say what I've been saying for 35 years. Yeah, it was a trap. We were recycled back into it, which is why we came in without memory. And we had to start all over every single lifetime. We traditionally stayed with the same family lineage for the most part. There were some exceptions throughout that. But yeah, we were just recycled because we were like batteries of energy for these beings that were feeding off of us. And one of the first things when I brought this up, this question when I was just a kid, Visaya said that, well, if you don't go up to the light, and you turn around, you will see the entire universe behind you. And he said, all you have to do is will yourself to go home. And he said, you will go, you will escape. But the intensity, the draw of the light is so strong. And it oftentimes, our family that had crossed over before would go into the light. And they would be there, they would be trapped there waiting to be recycled. And they would call you forth into it, say, come on, we're here. Come and see us, come be with us. And then you'd get there, and then you'd find out the whole truth about what's been going on, because they knew. But when it was time for them to come back in and recycle, whoop, mind wipe, come back in, you start all over. You got to relearn how to ride a bike, relearn how to swim, how to, use crayons, all that stuff. We just did over and over and over again in a short time span. And our lives have been cut short significantly by genetic manipulation. But you probably already know that. So that's what I know to be true. That is exactly what I know to be true.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it insightful, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. If you have any questions relating to today's video, please also leave them below. We read all the comments and take on board what our viewers have to say about Alex Collier's work. Remember, your support helps Alex Collier's knowledge and the messages from the Andromedans reach more people. If you'd like to support the channel even more, you can give us a super thanks tip by clicking the heart icon with a $sign. It really helps our team bring you more content. Also, be sure to visit alexcollier.org to sign up for our regular email newsletter. It's the best way to stay updated with the latest news, exclusive content, and upcoming live webinars. For the latest insights from Alex Collier, check out alexcollier.live. And if you want to explore over 250 past webinars, head over to alexcollier.tv. Thank you for being a part of this journey and supporting Alex Collier's work. We couldn't do this without you, and we're genuinely grateful for your support. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast mysteries of our universe. If you would like to see the Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.